Okay, hang on. We're redeeming this real quick. Can you guys hear me? Input Mac phone. Can you guys hear me? Let's see what happens. Okay. It says audio's working. I'm not going out with the sound cutting out like that. Fuck that. That is stupid. I refuse for that to happen. You guys hear me? Does it sound like okay? Because so what happened was my Yeti mic is what I was using. And it just, you guys said it started cutting out. So one thing I did was unplugged it. I didn't want to do that, but I did. And then it wouldn't connect back. And there's no way I can see on here because I'm not using any software and I'm a goddamn moron where I can change the input. I know where I can change the input sound on my system, but not like in the live stream. So it wasn't connecting. And I don't know why. But we're back. Fuck that. I'm not leaving yet. I'm not fucking leaving. Wolf of Wall Street. I'm having fun and I'm not leaving off of fucking. But I'm using my just my Mac audio. But you guys seem like you can hear me and it's all good. So we back. What up? Fucking part 2. Let's go. People who are asking if I would record this live stream are going to see, oh, 4 hours. And he did another one. What the fuck? But I think Europe's waking up now. Europeans are 8-9 hours ahead for at least a lot of Western Europe. Woo. All right. We back. We back. Oh, for anyone who wanted to know, in that 4 hours, the total donations was 1,000. Holy shit. To everyone who donated, I cannot say thank you enough. To everyone who's just watching, that's all I asked for. Thank you, guys. Thank you to everyone. 8:40 in the UK, 10:40 in Romania. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Romania, what's up, man? That's cool. I've never been over to Eastern Europe, but I do want to go to a few places. I think Prague will be my first one, my most Eastern European trip. That'll be my first one over there, though. I want to check out Budapest. What else is over there? I want to see all of them, honestly, but those are high on my list. Prague is number 1, though. Raphael, the 5. Thank you. You missed the first one, but hey, we back. We back for the super late night. Where are my real late night degenerates at? The people, the East Coast, 3 in the morning people. Yeah, Danny, 12:40 LA. Hell yeah, dude. Saturday night. Let's get it. Serbia. I would love to go to Serbia. I knew someone from Serbia when I went to school. She was cool. But I know nothing else about Serbia. Oh, Marshy, no, I didn't. Sorry. The chat was just flooding like crazy. I know you can't have anything go wrong with a live stream without it being fucking chaotic. Elliot Tucker. See, I found my people. The 3:41 in the morning. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it going. Ohio. Hell yeah. 3:40. For me, it is 12:40 a.m. It's just past midnight. I'm on West Coast time zone. 2:40 Tokyo. I assume that means 2:40. Oh, no. What was Tokyo's? They were like 15 hours ahead, I think. So you guys are in the middle of your day, I believe. What's up, Arizona? Indiana. Hell yeah, dude. To the people up super late right now, like on the East Coast, are you guys just night owls? Are you guys, it's just Saturday and you're chilling? Girlfriend broke up with you and it's been a tough few hours, or just can't sleep? I'm always curious what brings people up. I'm a night owl. I'll just stay up late, but this is like normal for me. This isn't an eventful thing. I didn't even read your comment. I'm sorry. Raphael, thank you for the 5. By the way, day 420 of waiting for the day negative numbers were invented. Absolutely. But guess what? We got to get through multiplication and division and subtraction. But I probably won't do those in 3 separate videos. I might consolidate. But I think once I get, we've done addition, so we got to get the other 3. And then I think negative is will be the next one. Got negative, got imaginary, we got infinity. Then we'll do cardinality. We'll do some physics topics. Yeah, I'll try to get everything in there. Oh yeah, what was that? Hang on. That was what the name was. Fuck. Someone just asked which anime do I watch, and I don't watch anime like I said, but I was saying earlier I've started one, but I haven't gotten very far, and it was Attack on Titan. That's what I was trying to say. Like one of the most famous ones. So I feel like I need to watch some anime because everyone says it's good, and I get asked it a lot. But that's the one that I would probably watch first. If you have any recommendations, let me know. I'm sure you'll give me 1,000. Night owl can't sleep. Night owl, hell yeah. Do you guys the night owls? Do you guys not have early jobs or anything? Like when I was working my regular job, like 9 to 5 job, I still stayed up very late on weekends, probably like 1 or 2. And then during the weekday, I'd even stay up to like midnight, get up at 7. So I've always been a night owl, even when I'm working. But it is harder if you have a regular job. Yeah, One Piece. Isn't One Piece like? Hasn't there been 100,000 seasons or something? I remember people talking about One Piece when I was in middle school, maybe even. Like it seems like it's been on for a while. Is it like those animes, or is it like a story, like an ongoing story, or they're kind of like standalone episodes where you can just kind of like watch whenever? Because I watched The Last Airbender, or Avatar: The Last Airbender, the show, and I loved it. But it wasn't that long. It was like 3 seasons. Yeah, 1,200 episodes. What the fuck? New stream was because the audio cut out in the last one, and I couldn't fix it. Blame high school for my horrible sleep schedule. Dude, yeah, same. Some schools start so early. I started high school at 8:05 or 8:15 was the start of our first period. But I remember there were some people in our district that started at like 7:15, I think, is when they started. That's insane. You got to wake up at like 6 at the latest for that. Nah, I could wake up closer. I just throw on shit and go. I don't know what to put on. All right. Ooh, Archer MVs. Thank you for the 10. For a big brain like you, Dr. Stone would be fun. Oh, interesting. Okay. If it's one of the more academically inclined kind of things. I do like shows with a very nerdy character. I'm watching Money Heist on Netflix right now, and I really love the professor character. Femboy Ketchup, thank you for the $5. You can tell he was a tutor when he organizes his videos like a lesson plan. Yeah, definitely. Stan, thank you for the 25. All my friends watch Zach. You are more popular than you think. Make fun of Romania sometimes. We love that. That's great. Like that's so cool. Like if you actually mean you're like you have a friend group that watches it, That's very cool. I can't even think of that. Like I feel like everyone who watches me maybe shows a friend or something, but it's just kind of individuals. But like if you have a group or people telling me like they quote my videos, oh, that's an honor. That's like the highest honor. But thank you again. Did I miss one? No. Okay. Without the let's see. Zach, are you willing and able to help and assist during this stream? I guess not. I guess I was willing but not able to when it fucked up. It wasn't connecting though. That was super annoying. It was working. I went to my settings and like saw the audio working, and the input was the speaker. But with the YouTube the window I have on YouTube, like the edit button, I can only edit the title and description and the chat slow mode and all that stuff. But I can't edit the input. So, but hey, we back. And hopefully the audio's decent. Sorry, I'm using my Mac for audio now. Puppy Ocam, thank you for the 5. Is that another Australia? Shh. Love you guys, Australia. If God in the Zack Star himself extended universe had a favorite living human, which human would it be? Oh, that's a fun question. If God had a favorite living human, since I make this God similar to or he gets annoyed with things similar to me, I want to say he would like someone who's kind of like also gets kind of like frustrated. Like he wouldn't like someone who's super religious or anything like that. Like I've had him be like the party guy. So who's someone fun? Someone fun. I don't know. That's a really good question. I'm trying to think if there's any like celebrities or anything like I can completely relate to, because I don't feel like there is like celebrities that I'm like, oh, this guy gets it. So yeah, I don't know, but I do like that question. Why is the wall dirty? Is it? That wall's not dirty. Not really. I do have a wall that's dirty over here. I was making a protein shake and didn't turn the thing enough, and then I went to shake it on the wall. You can probably see it in some of my videos. Oh, actually, you absolutely can. If it's the area next to my dartboard on the right, you can probably see it like in my Hitman video. But yeah, that's from that. I've never fixed it or painted over it or anything. Hang on. I realize waiting for a specific message is probably not a good idea with how fast these come in. Oh, Cube File, thank you for the $5. What some of your favorite skit channels, Ryan, George, and Grant? Weisler come to mind. I haven't heard of Grant. Never even heard of him. I'm surprised when I've never heard of a certain comedy sketch. Like, how have they not been recommended to me or anything? But my two favorites are Stevie Emerson and Long Beach Griffey. Those have been my favorites in general in terms of just making me laugh the hardest. Emerson, because I respect the hell out of his drive and passion for making content. Like his are like professional. And Long Beach Griffey is just fucking hysterical. Yeah, this guy's pretty big. Why have I never heard of him? Yeah, I'll definitely check him out. Subscribed. Thank you for the recommendation. Where did you get the infinite shape tapestry in the background? The Mandelbrot set. From my own store. The STEM merch store. STEMERCH.com. That's me and my my friend's store. And you can get that tapestry from there. You can also get the floating globe from there that you see in some of my God videos. Raphael with the emojis. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, Trevor Wallace. Yeah, he's great. He's hilarious. He's hilarious in anything he does. You guys everywhere. Key and Peele. Love Key and Peele. I've not seen every episode. I was watching in order, actually, and I think I'm like up to like season 4. I watched many of them, but just out of order. And I was like, oh, let me go through and actually watch. A lot of people say that's like the standard of comedy sketch writing. Like if you want to learn, watch them. I've read a few books that have mentioned them. Marshy, how did the Mandelbrot set even get made? Because the shape feels so random. It is a mathematical. It comes from z squared plus c. I'm not going to explain it here, but it's kind of is random, but it's not. It's generated from an equation, and it literally has infinite beauty, and that's my favorite part of it. You can zoom into that thing forever, and there are videos. Look up, if you YouTube Mandelbrot set zoom, it will zoom. Some of these videos will zoom for 2, 3, 4 hours, and all the colors actually mean something. At least I assume they're making it mean something. What they're supposed to be is how long it takes certain points to diverge from your origin over time. So that's what it means. But it's very cool. It's literally infinitely beautiful in the most literal way. All right. Hey, Zach, how is it like to be an engineer and do comedy? I am studying materials engineering and want to continue my career in comedy. And I feel very likely of you, so I want to know what you think. Hell yeah, dude. We need more of us. How many engineers do comedy? 2, right? It's us. But I think that's awesome because engineering is a great gig to have. You'll be making more than enough money, and then you can do like comedy on the side. And then if that ever gets really big, you can go full time. I recommend to people, if you want to go into comedy, I mean, I only do YouTube, so I'm not about to give you like stand-up advice, but there are a lot of comedy books that are actually pretty good. Doing improv classes is something that helped me a lot. It's not just about being good on your feet. It's about learning character development and relationships and structuring a scene and things like that. So there's a lot of specifics of how to create a world and a scene that you learn in improv, even though you are just going off the top of your head. Zach, what's your job as an engineer? When I was working my engineering job, I was a satellite communications engineer, I guess you could say. I worked on satellite antennas. A lot of testing, a lot of writing shit. We worked with the equipment they have is insane. We were working with this thing that it would send signals off this like small little like beam, and we'd have to move that beam over the antenna. And the room we were in was probably the size of a basketball stadium. And the thing that was sending the signals was all the way at the top. It could move across the entire room. So it could move, quite a long ways. And it was accurate to, what'd they tell me? It was 1/10 of a millimeter is how accurate this thing could be. So if you want it at this location, it could be at that location to a stupidly precise amount. But that's what I did. A lot of anechoic chamber stuff. Time zone, I'm Pacific. It's almost 1 a.m. for me. No, I definitely wasn't a technician. I would say I was doing some technician work, but I had to understand all the numbers that we were reading, which often had I had to understand coordinate systems, for example. We were doing a lot of the antenna measurements came in spherical coordinates. So you had to understand, it wasn't like we weren't doing real math, but you had to understand what you were seeing. And then there was a little math, a little imaginary number kind of math that we had to do. And I had to do a lot of MATLAB programming, believe it or not. What's up, Denmark, Jacqueline? Glad you're here. Yeah, all of Europe is waking up. Glad you guys are in. Victor, $5. Thank you. Sorry I can't donate more. Dude, don't even say that. Thank you so much. But I'm curious, as a Christian myself, do you ever get hate comments or messages for your portrayal of God? Oh, fuck yeah, I do. So many. Not a lot, but almost every video is guaranteed to have some. And then I get emailed about my God videos. So it can be once a week, but sometimes those weeks it's like almost every other day at the same time. I'd say on average once a week, but I get a lot. I'll get emails to just say like why you need to repent, and then an essay, a full-on essay, which I grade and give back to them and say, here's what you need to work on. But it's insane. I will get some very angry people, but for the most part, it's when I get Christians commenting, they are all so nice and like understanding, like, oh, I'm a Christian, but I can laugh at this. That's the humor I'm looking for. Because if you can't laugh at like an obvious comedy sketch just because God is portrayed, like I don't have time for those people. So I'm glad thank you for the donation. I'm glad you're part of the channel, because I assume you are just like one of those people who can actually, has a sense of humor and can enjoy all the religion videos. How long does it take to prep for December? December fucking sucks, but I also love it. It's really fun. I don't prep usually. Last year, for example, I got 6 videos done, and then December 1st hit, and I was like, all right, I'm 6 days ahead. I need to do a video a day, but I have a little buffer, and that's how it was. I got only 20 done this last year. But yeah, the year before, I was genuinely doing videos, waking up, recording a video, editing it, writing another one, waking up, and then recording that one I wrote, and then doing it over again. It was a very long month. I did nothing else. But it was fun. This year I'll prepare more. Maybe. Honestly, maybe I won't. Because October is my birthday month, so that's often busy. And then November is when you start getting holidays that you go home for, Thanksgiving. And girlfriend's birthday is in November. And, oh yeah, Veterans Day is also in November. And I'm often, people have off that day, so I'm usually hanging out with friends or something for that whole weekend. And yeah, no, we'll see. Zach, explain Schrodinger's cat. It's basically alive and dead at the same time. Pretty cool. I don't think I even understand Schrodinger's cat. I took one quantum mechanics class in school, and I was so confused because I don't know why they did this. The prereqs for it, I had them. I was good. But then I got to the class, and they were assuming I knew like the Fourier transform and stuff like that, which I hadn't learned yet. I was like, why are you assuming I know this? So I had to do Fourier transform stuff in a quantum mechanics class when I hadn't learned the Fourier transform. And I got an A. So, hell yeah. But that class was very complicated. Just some guy. Thank you for the $2. Oh, that was the same person. Well, thank you for the $2. Just some guy. Music. Hey, so basically I'm back. Thank you for the $8. Can we get an MBTI reveal? If not, can you take a test right now, and in return, I will send you more money. I took the test a while back, and I'm not going to be able to tell you what I was because I completely forget. But I did it because another subscriber asked, and I sent it to them. So it's somewhere in my DMs, but I don't know where it is. As much as I'd love to take the test, I don't know if everyone would enjoy watching it. But I will. For you, I will. I will earn that $8. Hold me to it. Unless it takes like 5 seconds, but I don't think it does. I remember taking some time. Pull a South Park and portray Muhammad. It'll be really funny. Yeah, dude, I would love to, but I don't want to die. That's one of those things, like, I'm not like opposed to doing it. I just don't want to die, first of all. And also, like, I have no respect for the fact that if you show him like they get that mad. Like, I think that's actually insane. I like that South Park pushed back a little bit. What they say in that episode, it was so clever. It was like, if said something, and that's how terrorism works. But if you do this, you're allowing terrorism to work. It was very profound. I thought that was very profound for that episode. Are you high? No, not right now. I feel like I'd be super weird if I was high on stream. I see your comment, Music Unlimited. You will wait. I got you, though. I got you. What languages do I speak? I barely speak English, honestly. But I took Spanish in high school. COVID the sequel. You know, I think if I do COVID episode 4, I need to go big with it at this point. So we'll see if I can get a big one. Because I wanted that story to go somewhere, like my Washington Lincoln series. But I was like wanting them to like go like, I was wanting them to go do stuff that like I can't do on my own. Like, I want them to genuinely like go into the world, like not green screen. And I'm like, oh, well, I have to get a video person, and then I have to be allowed to film in public, first of all, and get any licenses or whatever you need for that. So I was just, yeah. But maybe I can do a different direction or like ending to it. Yatish, thank you for the 200. Are you willing and able to tell us if you are genuinely high when you make skits? No, I don't think, like, mostly no, but I have smoked just to like get the juices flowing, and it really does help sometimes. Like, that's where, because the thing is, like, you like, I'll get like giggly high, and like I'll like be laughing at everything that I write, and I'm like, wait, is this actually funny, or am I just being fucking stupid right now? But usually I write stuff that I genuinely do laugh at the next day. October's my birthday month too. Yeah, I'm October 10th. I turned 18 on 10/10/10. It's a cool fun fact about my birthday. Whew. Let's see. Can you explain what a fractal is? Honestly, I don't know if I could. Self-similar. It's something where you zoom in on it and you still see that shape, essentially. So you can zoom in on the Mandelbrot set in certain places, and you'll see more Mandelbrot sets. I forgot if you can see them. Yeah, there's a mini one. There's a mini one, right? Let's see if I can do this. Right there. That's a mini Mandelbrot set. But if you zoom into the Mandelbrot set for like an hour, there's still like Mandelbrot sets you see. Sierpinski triangle is the same thing. If you look that up, you zoom in on the triangle, you'll just see more of it. But they are literally infinitely beautiful. That's how I describe them. Rhythm, I literally show all my friends your stuff. You're very funny. Well, thank you. I love that people show their friends. Does the school you get into matter a lot, or nah? I mean, it's not the most important thing for sure. If you have an engineering degree from an accredited school, you're gonna get jobs. But you will. I was overlooked, for example, by a guy from Stanford, and I was told this because it was my friend's dad who was trying to help me, and literally I couldn't even get in with his help. but he said, yeah, we got some applications, and there was one guy from Stanford that had just a ridiculously good application, and they hired him. I don't know if it was just because of his school, but that is something that they like. Oh, hang on. We got another one. John Smith, thank you for the $10. Hi, Zach. Love your videos. I want to learn mechanical engineering, but going to college for it cannot be done, unfortunately. What advice do you have for someone like me? That's a good question. Going to college cannot be done. I assume like for financial reasons, or you're just busy, maybe family or something. If you want to learn it, you can learn the basics online, but you won't have labs and stuff. So I'd say the best option, that's kind of tough, because I would say like community college, you can learn a lot of the intro classes. You can get your math classes out of the way. You can probably get like statics and dynamics. Actually, I don't even want to say that, but I feel like you could. But I feel like at the end of the day, I don't know how you wouldn't go to school for like that degree for mechanical engineering. It's like being a lawyer. Like you can learn, but you got to go to school for the most part, or a doctor. And yeah, a lot. I mean, you can find a lot online. You can buy all the textbooks. You can go onto a university's website, look up all the syllabuses. It's not hard to find, and find the textbooks and go through them. But you just won't get the lab experience. You won't. You'll have to like learn how to code on your own. But a lot of it's doable. Why is this still going? Because party never stops, guys. Trey, thank you for the $5. I'm a jazz musician, and I literally watched your vids before a concert once to calm my nerves. Wow, that's cool. As a Christian, I can honestly say it's mostly wholesome. Excellent. Well, I'm glad you think so. That's really cool to hear. I hope you got a laugh in before your concert. I hope the concert went well. How old are you? 31. Fractals are typically not self-similar. Yeah, I guess. That's true. What was self-similar? I was just looking, like self-similar is literally the definition of something. I fully switched to comedy, well, and my educational channel, but I don't work as an engineer anymore. I would like to do research at some point, but like in mathematical physics. Pickle Rick on the couch, representing. I also got a Mr. Meeseeks. Rick and Morty is one of my favorite shows. I won those at Dave & Buster's. They have a giant Pickle Rick at Dave & Buster's that I really wanted, but it was like 10,000 tickets or something. Do you have any plans for how long you'll continue to make videos? That's a good question, because it's like, I don't know. It's hard to say. I love making videos. I would like to go up in videos. I would like to make more professional videos and make more collaborative videos and get like a studio and a production company and stuff like that. I think that'd be like the next level. I really like making videos, and I like making both. I like comedy and I love teaching, and I feel like I can do both in a way. Like in my comedy videos, where sometimes I'll throw in facts. I like doing that because I feel like people learn a little something. In my Washington Lincoln series, I'm throwing in as many facts as I can. Even though it's not accurate, I can, or the characters aren't accurate. The things they talk about, like Lincoln being the first to implement federal income tax, which he did to fund the war, but then he repealed it, but then it came back, I think, in 1913. So I'm trying to teach as well. But yeah, I have no plans or anything like that. Coin, thank you for the 2. Do you know of stand-up comedian Anthony Jeselnik? Hell yeah, he's one of my favorites. I love him. I've seen him live actually, and he was amazing. And I just love his joke. It's so fun trying to think of what his joke will be, and you can never guess it. But he's fucking hysterical. Jazz House asks, do I have a background in Christianity? No, but I am reading the Bible, and I've read quite a few books on religion, history of religion. I like learning about it. I've been trying to learn more history because it was my worst subject in school. And the role that religion has played just in society and in world history has been one subject I actually found pretty interesting. I was reading a lot about the Enlightenment actually recently, which I know is much later, but like how we kind of move from that religious or from like the Catholic Church having so much power to where we are now. I think that transitional period is very interesting. Taz Jazz, I love you too. Favorite comedian? I think Bill Burr is usually who I say, but Tom Segura is pretty close. Do you watch Star Wars? I have watched the original 6, and did I watch anything? Nope, that's it. I've watched the original 6. Yeah, that's one I've been needing to watch. I'm not a diehard Star Wars fan. I do like the movies, but I haven't seen the new ones yet. Someone said, how about Islam? I have not learned about Islam much yet, but I will probably read more about it later. I want to get through like the Bible and Catholic Church history and all that first. But I'm also reading like world history. So, you know, that Islam comes up. Favorite cocktail and beer? German beer is my favorite beer. I'm not really a beer drinker, but when I was in Germany, that beer was good. Cocktail, I'm right now on an espresso martini binge. Dude, I'm loving espresso martinis. And the best one I ever got was in Lisbon. Yo, Lisbon had good espresso martinis for whatever reason. Oh, but I was in Germany for Oktoberfest, and they didn't know what that was, amazingly. And one guy, he was just like, I'll make you a martini and put espresso in it. And I was like, all right, let's see what you do. I was like, what are you going to do right now? And it was the worst thing I've ever had in my entire life. So those weren't good. But it was just that guy. It wasn't Germany. It was just this guy was new, I think. Are you going to read other religious material other than the Bible from any other religion? I want to say I'll read the Quran, but I've read part of it and it seems like a fucking awful read. It just seems like I won't be able to get through it. I'll be so bored. Because I'm reading the NIV for the Bible, so it's like I can grasp it. But we'll see. Ooh, what's my favorite Rick and Morty season? Probably 2 or 3. I like all of them. I think they're doing pretty good, but the newer ones, they're definitely not as good. Pickle Rick's definitely my favorite episode, though. That one was just so creative. I also like the episode where they go through, Morty goes through that little portal where time is different. So the people on the other side end up like creating an army because they think Morty killed one of them. That one was fucking creative. Nothing inspired me to start making skits. Not really. I wasn't like, wow, this is profound, but I wanted to make one for my educational channel years ago, and I did. It was called Engineering Professors Be Like. That was my first ever comedy video I made, and I was very scared to put it out, but I loved it. I loved doing it, and people really liked it, and I loved reading the comments. So it made me want to create more videos. It was very fun. I really like comedy. I think we all need to laugh, and I don't think there's enough out there right now. Like really, like not like YouTube. Yeah, there's a lot, but like traditional media, movies, TV shows, there's really not a lot. Pickle Zach, hell yeah. What's up, everyone? Just saying hi. 404 not found. What up? Beavis and Butthead. I watched like a little bit of it when I was younger, but it wasn't really my thing. Zach, why haven't you created any shorts? You can easily grow your channel a lot quicker. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, and this is something I'm like on the fence with, but I don't love shorts as much as long form, and I think a lot of the audience would agree. So I don't want to start putting shorts on the channel just all of a sudden, especially if it's just clips from the long form content. I know a lot of people do that. I did it once or twice. I think I did it twice now. I really don't like doing it. I don't like having shorts because I don't want you guys as subscribers to be like, oh, notification. Oh, it's just that thing I already saw in short form. So that's why I made a shorts channel, and maybe that will grow. But yeah, shorts are lower quality. Yeah, you often don't laugh hard at a short. Sometimes you do. Sometimes they're hysterical, but often not. So what camera do you use? A Canon T5i. That's the one I've used the entire time I've had this channel. Surprised it still works amazingly. People have asked me if I'd get like a better camera. I don't see the point. Like, what would be improved by my videos being 4K? It's just me on a green screen. Like, it will look slightly more professional. It's honestly kind of funny when it's lower quality in a way. Like when I show a picture and it still has the whatever on it. When it's from like Adobe stock images and it says Adobe stock images. I'm blanking on the word. But yeah, I think it's funny when it's like low quality like that. Does anyone actually like shorts? Yeah, it's a weird world we live in. I don't know if it's by people, by age, because I mean, all the kids up until like low 20s now, I feel like are on TikTok. And I'm on TikTok, but I mean, I will enjoy 1 out of 100 TikTok videos. It's mostly the same shit. People copying each other's trends, and the comedy is usually not great. Yeah, shorts are something like if I have something, I'm just like, oh, straight to the point. Like we're diving in, and it doesn't deserve a long form. Then maybe where it's like, okay, after a minute of this type of joke, you're kind of done. In that case, maybe like that's when shorts are better. But usually my videos longer. Zach, did you watch Deadpool and Wolverine? I did. I enjoyed it. I watched it last weekend. I didn't think it was I will not spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it. I didn't think it was as good as the first two. I like the first two more. But to be fair, Deadpool is my favorite superhero movie. Like it's one of my favorite movies of all time. But Deadpool and even the second, I think, are two of the best superhero movies. This one made me laugh harder for sure, which was nice. That was new for movies. But it was it felt a little more chaotic. Like a lot was going on. I like the first one and the second one. I feel like there was like a specific mission. Like I was going on this adventure with them. But with this one, it was kind of like, we're here and then we're there. And then there's so many people showing up. But I did enjoy it. I just saw Long Legs too. Did anyone see that? It was weird. It was very weird. I'm a big horror movie fan. It wasn't scary. It was just loud. Ever studied philosophy? I took one philosophy class in school and really liked it. And I read a book on philosophy like last year. It was a long one. I didn't get through all of it, but I read a good chunk, and it was just like on the basics. What was it? I just started a David Hume book, the treatise of like morality, like human morality or something. I'm not going to finish that one. That one's fucking confusing. At least from this first part I'm listening to, it's ridiculously confusing. So I like philosophy, but when you start getting really deep, I'm like, all right, now we're thinking too hard, guys. Geomancy, thank you for the 50. How do you come up with your skits? Sometimes I'm just watching a movie or a show or going through my day and I'm like, oh, wow, it'd be funny if this. And that's it. Other times I will look at different subjects. Nouns is what I was talking about earlier, that are totally different and try to connect them in some way. And often you'll find humor in taking two very unrelated things and smashing them together. That's one tip I learned in a comedy writing book, and I still remember that to this day easily. One of the best pieces of advice I've gotten. Archer, MVs, thank you for the 25. In Dr. Stone, everyone on Earth gets turned into stone. MC then wakes up from petrification 3K years into the future and starts to rebuild civilization. Oh, that's a cool premise. Philosophy is too deep. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. The book I was reading, it was like they were just like explaining, like, okay, a thought is when this. I'm like, okay, you're explaining a thought to me. This isn't gonna be profound to me, at least. I'm not gonna have some revelation like, oh, this is cool. It's just too much. But learning about like the basics of Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, like I was learning like his theory of forms. I'm like, okay, this is a thing. It's interesting learning its history, but it's not like profound to me. Favorite horror movie? Hell House LLC. That movie fucked me up. When I finished that, I think this was the only time this has happened to me. You know when you watch a horror movie and it's really scary and you're a little jumpy afterwards? Like if a door were to slam, you jump a little more than you would normally. And you're like, oh, I want to put on something nice. I want to watch something funny before I go to bed. That movie, Hell House LLC, made me feel that the next day. Like, oh, I'm still a little jumpy. I want to watch something new. Now, I will say, I looked up the comments, and it was either this movie was the fucking scariest thing ever, or there were plenty of people who said, I don't know why you guys found it scary. I see that with every horror movie. You can't get around that. So if you're listening to this and you go watch that and it's not scary, I apologize, but I saw people on both sides. I don't think there's any horror movie that scared everyone. But Hell House LLC scared the shit out of me. The original Halloween, one of my favorites. And a movie I'm blanking on the title. The Descent. There we go. The Descent is a bunch of women go into a cave. Spelunking movie, and it's very good. Oh, Strangers. Strangers scared the shit out of me. I watched that in theaters. Oh my God. Second one, not so much, but I really like the original. What's your opinion on water sports? From Marshy? I don't know if I have an opinion. I don't love them. I'm not like a swimmer or anything. The fact that the swimmers are always the ones like in the pool at 5 a.m. blows my mind, though. And definitely, I think like water polo is probably one of the hardest sports. It's quite impressive. Like it's just treading water for a long time is tiring. Do you like Halloween 3? I think I've watched 1, 2. Isn't there like 5 and maybe 6? I think like it goes to 8, and I've watched like 4 random ones, or the first 2, but then like 2 other random ones. Hell House LLC, I'll have to check it out. Yeah. There's a few. There's like a remake or a prequel that just came out. That was also really good. But the original House LLC was just, it's found footage, by the way. So if you like found footage, this is the found footage one, in my opinion. I know Blair Witch Project is the OG, but that movie didn't scare me that much because nothing happens. Hell House LLC stuff happens. And it's a haunted house. A bunch of friends open a haunted house together. And I'll leave it at that. Would you make an Olympic skit? Just did. Check it out on the channel. It's literally my last video. I do want to do one on the Turkish guy, the shooter, though. Maybe that'll be a short. Because I already have an idea of what I'll do, but it wouldn't be long. Yeah. Van City Merc. They said, I saw some bull about Longlegs being the scariest movie since Silence of the Lambs. How scary was it? It wasn't. Like, I wasn't scared. It was loud. It was jump scares that are painfully loud. And other than that, it's a weird movie. Nicolas Cage's acting is incredible. He killed it, actually. But I don't even know what happened, really. I wish I could tell you more. I won't spoil anything, but Nicolas Cage is good acting, and it's loud as fuck. So I'll leave it at that. But scariest movie is wild to me. I jumped because of the jump scares, but that's it. People talking about anime still. Yeah. The last anime I watched was Avatar: The Last Airbender, like when I was in high school. And then Attack on Titan I've started, but I haven't gone past like the second episode. Sure, it's very good. Raphael, hell yeah, man. I'll see you in Brazil. I want to go to Carnival or whatever, which I think is in Rio. What's up, New Zealand? I want to go to New Zealand. Silence of the Lambs was mid. I feel like there's a lot of old movies that like are such classics. You're supposed to like them, and then you watch them, and you're like, that was okay. I felt that about Rocky. I watched that semi-recently for the first time. That was one of my how have you not seen that movie yet movies. And then I watched it, and I'm like, okay. But I'm a terrible judge of movies. I love movies that some people hate and then hate well-liked movies. Not all the time, but I feel like with older movies, I can be like that. And I don't hate older movies. Like 12 Angry Men is one of my favorite movies of all time. Airplane, I think, is one of the funniest movies of all time. But some of the older ones, like what's Scarface? I've never seen it, but I've heard so many people tell me it's boring. But I've heard other people say it's the best movie ever, so I don't know. Haven't watched Glorious. I don't think so. Never heard of that, but I'll add it to my list. Scream. Yeah, I did like Scream. I like Scream because it was like fun, had some scary moments, but it was clever. I really liked that it was like, spoiler, 2 different bad guys working that Scream mess. I thought that was cool. I didn't see the new one, though. The one that came out like a year or 2 ago. Oh, Glorious is a 2022 film. Why have I never... With J.K. Simmons? Oh, I'm watching that. I love J.K. Simmons. Whiplash, one of my favorite movies. Godfather. See, Godfather I like, but not as much. Like, people say it's the best movie ever. It's like objectively almost the best movie ever. And I don't see it as the best, but I did like it. Like Shawshank, I liked more. Shawshank, I thought, is deserving of that best movie ever title. It's not my favorite movie, but Kuhuta Shuta, thank you for the $10. This is a bizarre question. Feel free not to answer, but what's your ancestry? Oh, I'm happy to answer because I actually know that answer. I did the ancestry in 23andMe a while back, and my family came over from Russia, Poland, and Austria in the late 1800s and early 1900s. I have like the immigration records. So it's very cool, actually, what they can pull up. But yeah, so Eastern Europe, a lot of Eastern Europe, and then like minor things, around like a little bit of Greek, a little bit of German or whatever. But yeah, that's my ancestry. All my family arrived on the East Coast, of course, Philly and New York. Some of them had to change their last name while going through Ellis Island. My mom told me that. And then my mom and dad all grew up on the East Coast, and my grandma still lives there, but my mom and dad, when they got married, moved to San Diego and then had me. So I'm the first generation to ever be on this coast. Gifted. That's not what I'm thinking of. Gifted movie. No, I've not seen Gifted. I saw The Gift, I think, with Jason Bateman. That was a fun movie, actually. Zach, keep being a star. Thank you. I shall. All right, we're caught up. Cool. Palestine or Israel? Let's start a fight right now. The thing with Palestine and Israel, though, I will say this. When I was looking into it, because I didn't know like anything about their history, and then when all this started happening, I did look into. I was like, okay, I should be educated on this. And the one thing I found really weird was Israel having a blockade around Palestine. When I heard that, I looked up like, what is that actually? And yeah, that's how it's been. And I think that's just kind of ridiculous. Why should they have like a say in another country's who gets in and out? I think that's kind of ridiculous. I don't see how anyone could not think that's ridiculous. Like, even if for protection, like, we have to do something that involves not this. I'll leave it at that, though. You guys can keep talking. The Imitation Game. One of my favorites. I love that movie. I watched that actually with my mom and sister in theaters, and I loved it. I love all those nerd movies. My favorite, Christopher Nolan's my favorite director for sure. I know he wasn't the director of that, but just in general, those like sci-fi, trippy, makes you think movies, I love those. What are those? A Beautiful Mind, that was one that I really liked. Oh, The Man Who Knew Infinity. That's a great one. If you haven't seen that movie, that's like really mathy. With Dev Patel. It's about the life of Ramanujan, and it's actually mind-blowing what that guy's brain could do. It's like those formulas for like the infinite summation of n squared plus 1 to the sine n all divided by root n plus blah, 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 and that equals pi. He like figured that stuff out in his head. Like, that's who that guy is. I like Long Legs for its direction and acting. Yeah, the acting was good. The main chick and Nicolas Cage were great. But it was just kind of like, I didn't feel like there was a story I was following. I was just kind of like, oh, there's just this weird guy. I wasn't like keeping up with what was going on. So I didn't have like, there's no sense of danger because I was just kind of like, okay, here we are at this place now. Oh, he's there. Is something bad going to happen? I have no idea. Have I seen The Oldest View on YouTube? It's a horror series and it's amazing. No, but I have seen some great horror shorts on YouTube. There are some bangers out there. They're like 8 minutes and it's amazing. You want it to be a full movie. I saw one called, I think, The Box, which was so good. And I was like, I want more now. Someone said, you're still alive. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? What am I still doing here? Michael, so I'm going to start nuclear engineering soon. Any advice? I'm not very confident in my math skills. By the way, I'm 19 and fresh out of high school going into the Navy. Oh, very nice. Yeah, a lot of people message me saying, I want to go into this, but I'm not good at math. Which sometimes, like, the right answer, I feel like, is, hey, that's okay. It will be tough, but, you know, that's just how it is. But I feel like for some people, if you're really bad at math, you do need to, like, work on learning it more, because some of the engineering math classes are like, or the engineering classes are like weed out classes. See who's really willing to put in the work. So definitely getting your math skills up a little bit will probably prove helpful. But it's easier said than done. Like, I would just say stay up to date on your math classes. Go to office hours or whatever for help. Yeah, really focus on doing the problems by yourself. Get a tutor if you need. It's okay. I know a lot of people who graduate with engineering degrees who weren't great at math. But I also know people who dropped out of engineering who weren't good at math. So it can totally just depend. Ever seen The Blob? Yeah, I have. A long time ago. I don't remember anything about it. Right? That's the movie I'm thinking of? Yeah, I believe so. The super old movie. Yeah, my dad is a huge horror movie fan, probably the biggest horror movie fan I know. And he would show me movies like that when I was much younger. Like, he showed me The Thing. He showed me Poltergeist when I was like 10. Halloween I saw early on. Yeah, he showed me a lot of movies. Scary Movie. I've seen all of them. I do enjoy them. That's what happens when you mix horror and comedy. I feel like they should have a comedy horror that's not like that. I want to see what that would look like. That's genuinely scary and doesn't have like cheap, dumb characters, but is also funny. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. That makes you really scared, but also is genuinely funny. Never less or more. Thank you for the $2. Love your content. Your videos always make my day. I am so happy to hear that. What do you think of Syria? Let me tell you all about my extremely nuanced opinion on the place. Oh, there's a movie called... I'm just blanking on everything. What's that? I'm blanking on the name, but let me explain it real quick. Someone will probably say it. It's about a woman who she lives like in the UK. It's based on a true story. She's a journalist, and she starts looking into terrorist organizations in Syria, and then she starts talking to one online who ends up being a cool guy, and she ends up kind of falling in love, and I won't spoil anything, but it goes that direction, and it's based on a true story of a French woman, I think. And yeah, that's a good movie, but it did not make Syria look that good. But the guy in the movie is based in Syria. He's a great actor. Let me look it up. Hang on. Thoughts on stopping procrastinating permanently? I genuinely don't think a person can stop procrastinating permanently. Like, is there anyone who doesn't procrastinate? Freaks. But doing things a little at a time is my favorite piece of advice. Like when I'm really struggling, I tell myself 10, 20 minutes. Just do that. Just work for that and then watch your show, watch your movie after that. Profile is the movie I was thinking of. Profile. It came out in 2018. Great. It's like one of those underrated movies. No one famous is in it. You won't know anyone in it, but super good. Yeah. Opinion on Mormonism. I definitely don't know enough about it to have a very strong opinion. I had some Mormon friends and acquaintances in school, and now they all have like 4 or 5 kids, and they're still coming. And my one of my Mormon guy I went to high school with, he had like his first kid at like 22, 23, and I was following it on Facebook, and then like it felt like 6 months after that kid was born, they were like, pregnancy announcement. I was like, all right, guys, we're going to fulfill the stereotype that hard. But they seem very happy. The Mormons, have you seen the Mormons on TikTok, though? They're a little weird. Seen those like end world hunger or have a 5 minutes with Joseph Smith, and they're like, I don't know, probably Joseph Smith. That's a little weird. But yeah, they all the Mormons I've ever met seemed very nice. And I watched the Book of Mormon, which I loved. It was hilarious. And even like the Mormon religion, the people were like, "Oh, this play is great. You should go check it out." Joe Rogan made a joke about that, but they're very much on board. So I like that. Geomancy, another 50. Thank you. What do you think of horror movie protagonists? I don't know if I have a. I mean, often they're the slightly smart ones, and they have dumb friends. But I guess it really just depends on the movie. Sometimes they're frustratingly stupid. But yeah, I guess it just depends on the movie. Trying to think of like the last horror movie I saw, which was Long Legs. The protagonist was actually very good, although she was very like. It's a very depressing movie. Like the main character is very much always just in a bad mood, just hates life, and has to react to things accordingly. Opinion on soaking. I want to try it. See what these BYU people are fucking doing. Raphael, the Mormon soakers are my favorite. Thank you for the $2. Yeah, me too. That's actually amazing. The fact that that's a real thing makes me believe in God a little more. Opinion on The Boys. I love it. I love The Boys. One of my favorite shows. I just finished watching the season finale like the other week, but I really like it. However, I will say my favorite show of all time, it is a superhero show. But I think this is the best. Like everything about it was perfect in my opinion, and it is Daredevil. I watched that show last year, I think, and I couldn't stop recommending it to people. It is so freaking good. It's nothing like the movie, so don't worry about that. With Charlie Cox, it's like perfect in every way, to me at least. Tons of action. It is very violent. If you don't like violent shows, you won't like it. It's very violent, very dark. But has an amazing story. The bad guy is so freaking good. Wilson Fisk. He's such a good bad guy with no powers too. Like it's very cool what they were able to do with him. He's just it's a mob kind of show. He's basically like a mob boss and just runs New York or their area of New York, I guess. But can't recommend it enough. Another 50. Thank you. Do you think South Park is funny? It's my favorite comedy show. I think it's the funniest show of all time. However, it can be hit and miss. I don't think every episode's the funniest. There are some episodes I genuinely don't find funny, but I think the hardest I've laughed in my life, there are a few times I can think of, but one of them is the Tourette's episode of South Park. I watched that with my sister and my cousin and had to keep pausing it. I was laughing so hard. And I love all their movies. Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Team America is so good. Dark. Have you watched Dark, the TV show? Yes. Easily the most confusing show you can ever watch. I really liked it. It was recommended by my sister, and then my mom, and then I recommended it to my mom and stepdad, and they watched it, and they were like, "Oh my God, you can't even look away. If you look away and then back, you'll be confused." That's how confusing it is. But if you like sci-fi and shit, like time travel and all that, you will like this. It's like missing children through time. That's kind of the premise. Kevin McIntosh, thank you for the $2. Would you ever do a collaboration with Ryan George? Absolutely. That's been asked a few times, and it's funny that it's Ryan George every time. Is he like, do we consider him like the main? He's not the biggest skit creator, but he definitely gets asked about a lot. You're still streaming? What in the world? Yeah, I agree, dude. It's crazy. It's 2 a.m. almost. I was kind of right today, but I guess not. This is fun, though. This is a fun time. Opinion on Chris Tyson. The fact that those texts are real, assuming they are, like the fact that another person said that and then came back with, "I was just joking," is hysterical. That should be studied by psychologists. Do you read? Yes, I read almost every day. I know I'm reading kind of a few books. I don't like picking one. Like I'm listening to an audiobook, then I'm reading a book, and I'm also going through a textbook slowly. But it's a U.S. history textbook. It's the one in my Washington and Lincoln series. But I'm trying to learn more about U.S. history for that series. So figured, I'll just read that book, but I'm reading it slowly. Zach, do you not get tired? No, I do get tired. I just sleep in. Luckily, when you work YouTube, you can sleep in to whenever you want. On the opinion on the Friends show, I love Friends. I love Friends. I didn't watch it until much later in life, like post-college, actually. But Friends and How I Met Your Mother, definitely two of my favorite sitcoms. I like How I Met Your Mother more. Have not watched Death Note. Have you watched the rest of the Defenders shows? No. I've seen the TV shows I've seen for superheroes are The Boys, Daredevil, The Flash. Did I watch anything else? Like I didn't watch Green Arrow. I know different universe, but I don't think I watched many other shows. I didn't watch like Green Arrow or anything like that. But yeah, that's it. Have you ever liked a fictional character? I don't think so. Yeah, not that I can think of. There's some fictional characters who are like, oh, they'd probably be hot in person, but I've never had like a crush on a fictional character, which I think is uncommon. I think it's very common to have crushes on fictional characters, especially in this anime community. Yes, I am dead, for the people asking. But, you know, it's a good death. Sweet death. Opinion on kids. I don't know if I'll ever have kids myself. We'll see. I don't want any right now, though. I'm 31. It's annoying. I'm at that age where people start asking. I feel like I'm too like impatient for kids. Like, you know, parents who get very annoyed, like at the grocery store, their kids are just being annoying. Me in that position is dangerous almost. Like, I'm throwing shit, like, when I'm that frustrated. At someone else, not really, but I just don't know. Just some guy. Thank you for the $2. Night, Zach streams been great. Almost 5 here. Hell yeah, dude. That's what we do. I'll probably do another live stream or like, I don't know. I want to do another live stream like earlier, like noon time or something. Pacific noon time. So that would be all of America will be up, and then it'll be like nighttime, but early nighttime for Europe. So I feel like that would get a lot of people. Most of my audience is on between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, though, which I can see in my analytics. Has Zach been to East Europe? No, not yet, but I want to go to Prague next. Of all the places in Eastern Europe, Prague's probably my top pick. Budapest is probably 2. But I probably will see all of Europe. I really want to see all of Europe. Serious question, Zach. Dogs or cats? I grew up with dogs, so I'll probably go that. Cats are easier to work with though, but I have no pets now. I don't like having pets. It's just work. Probably makes me seem like a very cheerful person, but yeah, I'm not a pets guy. Zach sleep stream win? Hell yeah, dude. Never. We never sleeping. We're just streaming forever. Are you in LA? No. I'm in Vegas. Do you care about views? Like, does it affect your motivation? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, kind of. Not totally, because I've posted enough videos now, over 500 total, where you just have ups and downs. It's just the way YouTube is. You can't have all #1 posts. Maybe Mr. Beast can, but for the most part, yeah, you can't have all #1 posts. So if I post a video that's not doing well, like my last video, I think got a 10 out of 10 on that on your dashboard. And it doesn't feel great, but I'm like, all right, that's okay. That happens. Let's do another one. But I definitely am in a better mood when videos do really well. When I see it taken off a little bit, I'm like, oh, okay. Put my phone down. I'll check the comments later. It's a good feeling. Are you hyped for Daredevil Born Again? I am so curious. They better not ruin Daredevil for me because it was a perfect show. What's your favorite season of Daredevil? Mine was season 3. Yeah, 3 or 1 for sure. 2 was my least favorite, hands down. Maybe 3. I loved what they did with everything, but some of the flashbacks in 3 weren't as exciting. Whereas 1 was just like, let's go. Opinion on Lord of the Rings. I like Lord of the Rings. I haven't watched it in a long time, though. It's one of those ones I watched in high school and haven't watched since. I'm not like a watch Lord of the Rings every year type person. What is your Myers-Briggs? Yeah, someone else asked me that same question. I need to take it again. I took it before and forgot what I was, and maybe I've changed. But I will take it again and let you know. I just don't want to do it on stream. Have you watched Dexter? Yeah, Dexter was great. Opinions on Harry Potter. So many opinions. Harry Potter was the book that got me into reading. My mom read me the first one, and then I read the rest of them myself. I was young. I was like 3rd grade reading that first one. What else we got? You know what? I am starving. Should go get some food. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. I'll bring it back here. Favorite book? I don't like my answer to this because it's not my favorite. It's just the most inspiring to me. And it was The Millionaire Fastlane, just a business book. But it was like the one that launched pretty much that made my YouTube channels happen, I would say. I didn't read it, then make the YouTube channels, but I read it, started a business because I was so motivated, which failed. And then I was like, we're going to keep going, start another business. And then that one became my YouTube channel, my first one. So I'd say that's been the most inspiring. But I have not read like a fiction book in over a decade. Harry Potter, that was my favorite book growing up, easily. Yo, get food. I will. I'm chilling. What's your sleep schedule like nowadays? Usually staying up till like the sun rises and then sleeping till like 2. It's fun. There's one other person on my sleep schedule, and it's my own uncle who lives here. We'll talk at like 3 in the morning very often. Favorite cuisine, Japanese. Japanese cuisine is goated. It's so good. Ooh, what's the worst movie or show you ever watched? That's a good question. What movie did I just hate? Oh, that's actually a really easy answer. The movie, it's kind of a bullshit answer, but do you guys ever see Skinamarink? That fucking horror movie that was supposed to be like weirdly new, like this new thing. And it was just pictures of walls. That was the dumbest shit. Favorite sushi roll? That's a good question. I really like Americanized, like baked rolls, like a baked scallop roll or something like that. I like that more than like sashimi. But yeah, if I see like a baked lobster, baked scallop roll, I'm definitely getting it. Yes, I have seen Oppenheimer. I enjoyed Oppenheimer. It wasn't my favorite Nolan, but it was. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, some people like Skinamarink. It's mind blowing to me. It goes to show that fucking art is subjective. Do you plan on upgrading your production quality? Absolutely. Like if I do like videos that make sense for it, which I want to do, that's like the ultimate goal, is to make more professional videos. But like for a skit, if I'm doing like my Olympic skit I just did, where it's just 2 people standing on a podium with people in the background, I'm not about to say, "Oh, let's go actually get extras and film in a place that looks like." No, I'm just gonna do green screen work. But when I want to do I want to do stuff with action in it, or with other people, or on film on location, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I definitely want to up my game. What is your favorite seafood? Shrimp. Fun fact, I was allergic to shrimp for a lot of my life, and we don't know what happened. When I was 8 years old, I had an allergic reaction after eating at Red Lobster. Hives everywhere. They said, you're allergic to seafood, or to shellfish, sorry. And didn't eat seafood for the next 15 years, a little more than 15 years. But I was never like deathly allergic. Like I could have a piece. And then one day I had a piece of shrimp, and then nothing happened. I was like, what if I had a second one? I just like tested it, and nothing happened. And then I stopped having shrimp that day. And then another day I tried having 3 pieces, and I was like, okay, nothing's happening still. Then I went to the doctor to see if they could test if I was allergic, and the guy literally said, "This is how far healthcare has come." He said, "Oh, what you can do is eat more and then see if anything happens." And I was like, "Thank you," and I kept slowly eating more. I guess I'm not allergic anymore. What made you want to be an engineer? I always loved math and physics and figured using that to make stuff that could get me a good job was a good decision to do. And although I don't do it anymore, I could say it was because the first channel I ever made was because of my education. What does it mean to be allergic to seafood? I don't know. And it wasn't seafood. It was shellfish. It was crab, lobster, shrimp. But I could have salmon, tuna, tilapia. I don't know why. Yeah, we got the hour redemption. Do you play any video games? Yeah, when friends are over, I'll play games, but like just fun ones like Mario Party, Mario Kart, COD Zombies, shit like that. Hey, much love from Greece. Yo, I was in Greece 2 years ago on a family trip, and I fucking loved it. I went to Athens and then some of the islands. Well, only two, Paros and Naxos. The islands are gorgeous. It's like your skit called My Most Recent Experience with Healthcare. Yeah, that was literally what happened to me. That was the dumbest thing ever. I go to urgent care for my stomach. She's like, we have no stomach things here. I'm like, are you what? That's a pretty big part of the human body. Maybe get that shit over here. And then I went to the pharmacy for a medication that they were out of. So the lady at urgent care said, all right, we'll just prescribe you something. And then she did that. And then I went to the pharmacy and they didn't have it. And then the person at the pharmacy gave me a pill and then I took it and I felt fine. So I went through all this runaround for like an over-the-counter. Everyone talking about Skinamarink. Watch the first 5 minutes and you can shut it off. Unless you're loving it, then keep watching it. Do you like frogs? The gay kind. If you could collab with anyone, who would it be? Long Beach Griffey would be my first choice. He's just so funny. Is an engineering degree as hard as it's made out to be? That's a good question because, like, yes and no. You could answer this both ways. I was good at math and science though, so like me saying it is probably different than someone who dropped out. But you can get through it. It's not like 5 people get through every year. Thousands and thousands of people graduate every year, and it's not like all of them are savants and geniuses. So it's not as hard as everyone says, I would say, but it's not easy. Edgar texted me. What do I think of College Board? I don't think I have anything against them. I got a 5 on all my AP exams. I don't know. Is there like a scandal going on or something? I just feel like the tests in school are stupid. Like the SAT and ACT are stupid. I tutored them for years and I thought they were stupid. They don't test for anything. I don't like that. I don't like that my score on this SAT had an impact on where I go to school, especially because the SAT has 4 different subjects. And I was just going in for engineering. Why don't you just look at my math score? Do you like cooking? No, I do not. Actually, I wish I did. I wish I did because I would make fun food. I hate cooking. I order Uber Eats too often. Not when I'm by myself, but like when friends are over, I just like, yeah, let's just order something. But when I'm at home, I'll make good food. I'll make salmon, almost always salmon. But I have a air fryer. Air fryers are fucking amazing. If you don't have one, it will improve your life. But no, I don't like cooking. How'd you deal with the stress of looking for a job? Yeah, looking for a job can just suck. It's annoying. I mean, how'd I deal with it? I just did. I mean, I wasn't like stressing hard, but I just applied to a lot of places. I went to career fairs, talked to people like friends who might know someone at a company. But if you're applying to 50 places and then 3 are replying to you, that's normal. It was the same with me. You're not alone. I know that feels frustrating. It's just the world fucking sucks. And they get like hundreds of applications probably. Do you work out? Absolutely. I'm a very fidgety person. I mean, as you can see, like me just moving. I hate sitting still. So if I don't go to the gym or get a workout in or run or something throughout the day, I'm very antsy by the end of the day. Not a huge fan. So I always stay active. Oh, I also have a desk treadmill that's usually here. I moved it for this live stream. But desk treadmills that you can like walk like slow pace while you work are a game changer. If you're someone who's not active enough, or even if like you have a desk job or you don't get to the gym a lot, check your emails and shit with a desk treadmill. It's like a game changer. My mood improved when I got one. I easily get 10K steps a day now. Something I'd recommend to people. Oh, okay. Someone just said, have you seen Dune? Yeah. So this is where my movie opinions start to be like weird, because Dune was okay to me. And everyone says, and it's like literally everyone loves the movie. I didn't read the books, which might be an aspect of it, but I know plenty of people who didn't read the books who loved the movie. But to me, Dune was just like one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen. But I wasn't following. Like, I can't tell you any of the characters' names. I know Timothy Chalamet rode a giant worm, but I was not into the story, which I know I'm the weird one. I'm totally in agreement. Like, I will never say you're so weird for liking Doom. I recognize I'm weird with a lot of movies, and that is one. I did like it, but it just was like, if I had watched it, or if I had watched it and not known the reviews beforehand, I would have been so confused by everyone saying how it was the best movie ever, 95 on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, I'm not a Dune. Okay, some people are on my side. Thank you, guys. Dune was boring as fuck. Dune's overrated. Thank you. Okay, I'm not crazy. Don't you feel crazy when you just watch a movie and you love it and everyone hated it, or vice versa? Isn't that just super weird? And you're like, how? How did you guys watch this? And you're like, this was so good. If you ask me right now, Zach, you want to watch any Spider-Man movie or Dune, I'd pick any Spider-Man movie. Andrew Garfield movie, let's go. I will watch that before Dune, but I'm weird. Yeah, okay. I'm glad. Andrew Garfield, yeah, the guy who played Spider-Man in or after Tobey Maguire. Which is like, I said that because Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man movies are notoriously known as the worst of all the Spider-Mans. Bro, watching Dune was like staring at fucking sand for 3 hours. Yo, I found my people. I don't know if I was that bored, but yeah, like wasn't for me. Zach, when you die but find out there's an afterlife. Yeah, when I die and find out there's an afterlife would be a great skit idea, actually. God showing my videos. Like, you think you're getting in with this shit? Spider-Man. What's your opinion on Bill Murray? What was the last thing he was in? I know. Oh yeah, the Ghostbusters, the new one. I didn't see the new Ghostbusters. It's probably been in something since. But oh yeah, there you go. No, I loved Groundhog Day. That was probably one of my favorite movies. I loved him in Zombieland too. This Zombieland's the last one, yeah. My first Zach Star video was canceling subscription video. Good stuff. Thank you. Glad you watched that one. That one went fairly viral. I don't like how human you are. It makes me feel like you're a real person. Yeah, sorry. I know. I agree. That it's weird for sure. I've seen a few famous people in real life, not meeting, just like in passing when I lived in LA, and seeing them out and about. I mean, technically we're still on a screen, but like just seeing them in an element that they're not usually in, that you don't usually see them in, is very strange. My first celebrity sighting was Owen Wilson. I was like, where is he? And I was like, oh, wait, just this fucking dude right here? Like, he just looks like a normal-ass guy. I was looking for someone, like, bright for some reason. It was at a bar. It was in VIP. They just looked like a normal-ass dude. Kevin Hart, same thing. I saw him at a hotel lobby. Super short. He was next to his girlfriend or wife. He was so short compared to her. What Hogwarts house? I don't know. I don't think I'd be Slytherin, but I could see it. My thoughts would go into Slytherin. My murderous thoughts on annoying people. But I don't know. It's fun to say Gryffindor, but it seems too easy, and I don't think it'd be true. Owen Wilson was normal. Whoa. Yeah, just talking to some chicks in VIP at the bungalow in LA. Marshy, the oldest video from you that YouTube says I've seen is entry-level interviews be like, yeah, wasn't that like in the first 5 or something? If not, got to be first 10. Those feel so long ago. It's crazy. What's your most said swear word? Definitely fuck. I say that when I'm driving on a daily basis. Like, fucking go is my motto when I'm in the car. I'm just behind the dumbest people. I swear. Do they plan it? Cool. What actually happens when you divide by 0? Asking for a friend. The world explodes. I remember not being formally taught that. I remember someone, just a teacher, like 7th grade or something. Like, hey, what's 7 over 0? And I was like, 0. Everyone in the class just said 0. They were like, no, what are you talking about? And yeah, that was weirdly not formally taught to me. And then you learn limits and all that shit. Music, $2.99. Hey, welcome back. Thoughts on God spousing? People trying to marry gods. Is that a thing? It wouldn't surprise me. People are insane. I'm for it. I think we should allow it. I think they should get a tax deduction too. I got dibs on one of the Hindu gods. No, I don't have a normal job. Well, this is my normal job. Thoughts on Tom Holland Spider-Man? I like his Spider-Man. I grew up with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, so it's hard not to be biased. That was the first PG-13 movie I think I saw in theaters. Was Spider-Man, the first one, Tobey Maguire. And that's like when you're a kid, it's just magical. Like that's what I grew up with. So it's hard to say Tom Holland's the best, but I do really like his Spider-Man for sure. You're still streaming. Yeah, I know. This is long streaming, but I'm having fun. You guys are still here. Is that Tequila Mockingbird, $4.99? Thank you for the $4.99. I'm sorry, I was blanking because your name, unless this is Edgar, your name is a name of a store me and my friend are working on, actually. Literally that name. Or no, it's not that. Sorry. It's Tequila Pineapple. But that's something me and my friend are working on. Do I need to sleep with my professor in order to get good grades? Asking for a friend. You know what's weird? No, you don't. You know what's weird? I've met people, usually women, who have told me like, yeah, I had a friend who slept with a professor. No, it's pretty common actually. It's like, what the fuck? That's common? Like, but I've heard it multiple times. It's weird. I didn't like, if that's true, if that's a common thing, fucking weird. Because my professors were ugly as shit. If the A really means that much to you, go for it. I did not have any good looking professors. Not that I can remember. Thoughts about Zendaya? I don't have like a strong opinion on Zendaya. Like, I don't think she's the best anything. She seems like a chill person, but I'm not like, oh, a Zendaya movie. I still haven't seen that threesome movie with her. That's what I'm gonna call it. Challengers. How much money did you make? Fuck. Dude, yeah, the first live stream in 4 hours, like $1,000 came in. Mostly because Andrew fucking goated was threw in a $300 and then a few 20s, I think. Absolutely insane, but cannot emphasize how appreciative I am of that. Should I just live stream every day? Like at this point? Like, geez. Oh yeah, RDJ is Doctor Doom. Yeah, so I'm not like a comic book person, so I really don't know like what this means. Because I've heard people say in the comics, Iron Man is there's some relationship between Iron Man and Doctor Doom. But it's cool that he's coming back into the MCU or into and just into the superhero world. But yeah, it's interesting. It doesn't like some people said it felt cheap. It made Iron Man's death feel less meaningful. I don't think that. Music, can I get toxic motivation to complete my homework? Complete your homework, you piece of shit, or you're gonna be on the streets and no one will care about you. There, does that help? Marshy. Got a true fan. I love it. Thank you. You've seen Long Legs. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. Eden, Long Legs. Yeah. I thought like people are saying it's like the scariest movie ever. I did not think that at all. It was loud. And Nicolas Cage's acting was very good, but other than that, I wasn't obsessed. Did you have a frat boy era? I was never in a frat, but I was like I would go out a lot in college. Like I'd go downtown with friends. So yeah, I would say that. I went to frat parties my freshman and sophomore year before I was 21. So I definitely had that era. I went to some sorority formals with a girl I was sort of dating. Frats were annoying though. It was like you go out and if you're not in the frat, you're just hoping, can I find something to get into? It's kind of like a gamble. I like turning 21. You just go to the bars. Gucci, bro, I think he's replied to like 7 of my comments. We'll have an 8th. They're running out of ideas, in my opinion. I think Hollywood is running out of ideas. How many sequels are we getting? How many just superhero movies are we getting? Like, how many original movies like that could become a franchise are coming out? Opinion on Vsauce. I don't know how you can hate Vsauce, but I really enjoy watching him. I haven't watched all. There's no YouTuber I've watched all their videos. What does sort of dating mean? Just fucking, basically. Like we weren't boyfriend girlfriend, but like she like would invite me like to formals together. Like we'd go on dates and stuff, but we were never official, and then we never became official. I never had a girlfriend in college. Yeah, there was only one girl who like I wanted to date at one point, and then we didn't. So, you know, her loss. She's married now with a kid. Puppy Ocam, thank you for the 5. Another Australia. If a dead guy rubs the genie's lamp, who do the wishes go to? It's a great question. Your next of kin. I want to do a series where it's like, picture adult Fairly Odd Parents, where you have a guardian angel. I would do guardian angel instead of fairies. And he follows you around and helps you with life. You'd go, like you do first day of school and going on dates and all that stuff. But your guardian angel's always there. But it would be like R-rated. The guardian angel would swear and give like not great advice all the time. It'd be maybe like a bro or something like that. So I think that'd be fun. Thanks for all the entertaining videos. Of course. Thank you. Are you an alien? Absolutely. No, but I play one on YouTube. Zach, did you come from Area 51? Absolutely. I love Zach. So the angel's just your drunken uncle. Yeah, basically. No, I debate what I'd do with the angel, what I'd want their personality to be. But I feel like that could be an ongoing, very fun series. Start with like a teenager, just like getting into life. So you have all the classic things that we go through: school, dates, college. Make the guardian angel high. Yeah, something like that, like a gag for them. They're always high, they're always drunk, they're always trying to get you laid, something like that. Have you watched the TED TV show? Yes, I watched that. I watched 5 minutes of that show and then texted my friend. And I was like, dude, I think I found finally a funny comedy show that we like. And he watched it and we both loved it. Like I should have mentioned that earlier, but that is probably the hardest I've laughed at a show in forever. If you don't count like South Park, Family Guy, shows like that, like I laughed hard at that one as a new show. Yo, it's Sean. Congrats on 500K. Thanks, Sean. Is this Sean? Is this the Sean I know in real life, Sean? If so, what's up, man? Music, another $3. Thank you. What's your favorite archangel out of the 4 main? I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea. I'll get back to you with that one too. That and my Myers-Briggs. Do you have legs? Sometimes. It's true. You guys see my legs very not frequently. Yes, Sean. What's up, Sean? Good to see you, man. Thanks for checking in. That's someone I actually know in real life. Skit idea when flat earther friend turns out to be right. That's really funny. I've thought of that. I thought of if the earth was flat, it's the biggest fuck you from that community of all time. Like they could say I told you so for 1,000 years and it'd be like understandable. Because they're just shit on. Congrats on 5 million subs. Thank you. A lot of people don't think I'm real. I understand. What's your opinion on ethno state? I love these questions. Yeah, music's getting impatient now. Like I am just making them wait. I'm sorry. I got you though. Oh, you guys are watching the Olympics? Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, it's like on right now. It's like 8. It's like 10 in the morning for them. All right, I better see U.S. coming with some gold medals. The sun is a planet. Can you bring back the Saw and horror movie skits? Yeah, I got you. I do want to do more of those. Horror is like one of my favorite genres. So I definitely will have more coming. I'm trying to think if I had anything specific for one. Oh, when you're a lawyer for Jigsaw is one I had in mind. That won't be horror based, but it will be Jigsaw based, of course. Coffee or tea? I'm not a huge either coffee or tea drinker, honestly. When I was in Thailand, Thai tea is actually really good. I was loving that. But I'm not even a coffee drinker because, well, I sleep in and don't need coffee really. But like I like having like a mocha or something like that. But just a regular coffee, not a huge fan. Can we have an OnlyFans at 1 million? Hell yeah, guys. That's where the real money's made. I'm so glad OnlyFans came out after I graduated school. It's got to be kind of annoying. I mean, it is. See those OnlyFans creators? I make $300K a month. Oh, fuck you and fuck this math problem I'm doing right now for a test to maybe get a job for not even close to that a year. So yeah, I'll do that at 1 million. Fuck it. No. Slow Bear Druid, thank you for the $5. No comment, but thank you. Oh yeah, someone asked me. Ari Aster, that's the guy who did Midsummer, right? Yeah. That guy is. I don't know how many of his movies I've seen, but Midsummer is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Hereditary was good too, but I think Midsummer was better. Have I seen any of his other movies? I think I saw. Was he the one I saw his first one? Oh yeah, Beau is Afraid. Was that good? I didn't see that. I heard good things. Do you like any sports? I don't watch sports really. I've never been a fan of watching sports. I did try. I watched like some NBA games when I was growing up with my friend who was a big NBA fan, and I never got into it. But playing wise, I played basketball, soccer. Soccer was my favorite sport growing up. I ran cross country and track, and I played ultimate frisbee in college. And then right now I play ultimate frisbee on an adult league. And I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which I do like watching now that I do it. Jiu-Jitsu is boring to watch if you don't do it because it's very slow. But since I do it now, I actually have a huge appreciation when I watch them roll. Do you sleep? Nah. Fuck sleep. Why sleep when you can live stream for 6 hours straight? How fast can you run a 5K? When I was in school, I think it was 18 minutes was my best. Something like that. Ronaldo or Messi? I'll give it to Messi. Oh, thank you for the $2 or the $3, by the way. I'll give it to Messi, though. What made you take up jiu-jitsu? A few reasons. I did want to learn self-defense. I think it'd be a cool thing to know. But getting just a physical activity to do every day, if I want to, we have jiu-jitsu classes every day, was something I thought would be really valuable. Where whatever day I want, I can just go there, and jiu-jitsu is perfect for that. And it's also a safer martial arts in that no one's trying to punch your head. I think that makes it one of the safer ones. Not totally safe. You will get injured. I popped a rib, which was the most painful thing I've ever experienced, probably. I've broken my arm and I've popped a rib, but that rib was painful. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, you're not getting punched or anything. So I thought that was a good reason to do it, but it's just as safe as everything else, honestly. But yeah, I really enjoy it. It's also a very nerdy martial arts. Like, it's very mechanical. What the human body can do and what you can make other people do with the right moves is very cool. So it's kind of like, it's very strategic. People compare it to chess, which I think is a great comparison. It is physical chess where you don't know whose turn it is. That is what jiu-jitsu is. But it's super humbling. You will get destroyed by people smaller than you for years, which I still am. Are you gay? Seeing you live for the first time, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I agree. Your local hospital won't have rib treatment. Yeah, 100%. When I popped my rib, my coach even told me, he's like, you can go to the hospital. They probably won't do anything for you because there's no cast you can put on. So I just dealt with it. I couldn't sleep on my stomach or my side. I could only sleep on my back, and I'm not a back sleeper. And breathing was hard for like 4 days. It sucked. Never pop a rib, straight up. It's the worst. It's the dumbest invention. Evolution, God, whatever made it, fuck the ribs. Because if one goes, dude, you are in pain. And you can't, like coughing is impossible. You can't cough. So when I had to clear my throat, I had to do very little, like, to try to get like the phlegm out. It was terrible. Never pop a rib. CJ's live streams more. They're awesome. Thank you. I will do them more. These are fun. I like talking to you guys. Like, just shooting the shit. And like I said, like people were suggesting I do stuff for future live streams. If there's anything you guys want me to do, let me know. I'm not gonna do it necessarily, but like one of my mods was saying, like going through some of my videos and just talking about them would be fun. I'm down for that kind of stuff, but I do like just talking. I think this is much more casual. What do you think of AI taking over and wiping us all out? I'm so curious. Like, what's 100 years from now gonna look like? Like, we're getting to that point where I'm like, AI is gonna pass us soon. And then what happens? Like, I feel like it might happen in our lifetimes. If I live till 80, 90, that's another 50 plus years. We're going to have some crazy shit by that time. Do you like talking to us, or do you like talking in general? I don't think I like talking in general. I actually like just kind of hanging out. I live by myself. There's a reason for that. I like just chilling. But this is fun because this is something I work towards. This is something I like worked a lot on building this channel, and I can't see you guys in person. I wish I could, but being able to talk like this, I think it makes it more personal. It definitely makes it a little more personal as we can in this case. Afterlife tier list. Some of us are already dumber than AI. 100%. Yo, did ChatGPT get dumber? Did anyone else get that? I'm starting to get some dumb ChatGPT answers. I'm hoping their next upgrade's a little better. But some of their answers are dumb. Chess or poker? Chess. I love chess. Xbox or PS5? Well, I have an Xbox, so I'm going to say Xbox because I don't have a PS5. Invite all your subs over at 1 million. I wonder what would happen if I was just like, let's all meet here. I think we get a sizable group because I'm not that famous. When like people like, you ever like all those big streamers? Like I remember when Logan Paul did that years ago when he did like a scavenger hunt like for something, and the fucking world showed up. Like it's crazy. Like that much fame is insane. What time is it for me? 2:35 in the morning. I'll probably go, let's say I'll go another 20, 25 or something. I will have to call it. But I like this first live stream being super long. I like this. I think this is the way to do it. What light are you using? Yeah, I actually have my my box light right now, which I use for my videos. Because without it, I'm very dark. I don't like my webcam. I mean, says HD, but fuck that. It's shitty. And without the light on, the exposure is terrible. I raised it and then it was just grainy. So, but I'm using a box light. Do you ever get recognized? Yeah, I've been recognized probably like 20, a little over 20 times, I would say. It's like more than I can count, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's usually just in passing. If I'm out, I'll be out like at a casino and here in Vegas. And someone will just pass me and just be like, wait, are you Zach Starr? So I'll get that kind of stuff. I got it from one kid I tutored, one kid I go to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes with. And then I've just gotten it around. Fire sofa, hell yeah, dude. Casting couch is where it's at. The term HD is meaningless. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't believe that at all. Like HD can mean anything. It says 1080p though, but I don't believe that. Do you have a gambling addiction? Definitely not an addiction, but I like gambling. But I played smart though. I know when to quit. And I only gamble probably like once every few months. Favorite educational YouTubers? All the big ones I really enjoy. 3 Blue 1 Brown's probably my favorite. I love his animations. It's beyond impressive what he can do with that. And then he like make that software or that the code he writes for whatever he uses. It's very impressive. But Vsauce, Veritasium, Number File, all of those I really enjoy. I don't think I have a single favorite. How funny would it be if you met one of your mods in real life on accident? Yeah, that's the crazy thing. That could totally happen. I'd have no idea who you are. But if you ever see me, say hi. Number File, Matt Parker. Yeah, absolutely. Have you seen? Oh yeah, Mimic Physics. I've watched a lot of his videos. I haven't watched one recently, but yeah, I've watched a lot of his. His are cool because they're usually short, so you can just learn a cool fun fact or whatever. Have you read Sapiens? I have it somewhere here. Yes, I have though. That's one of my favorite books. That was a great high level look at just life. Code Bullet? No, I have not. Melvin, thank you for the 2. Most wanted feature in the Human 2.0 update. I would love, like, if we're talking like sci-fi shit, I think we need to fly already. I'm very jealous that birds can fly. But I don't know, it'd probably get boring after a while, but I want to fly. But for real updates, just people who aren't socially unaware of their surroundings. I'm fucking sick of people standing somewhere you shouldn't be standing and just like looking around when it's like, hey, we're on a moving sidewalk at an airport and you're taking up the whole space. Fucking go. There you go. Thank you so much for the 200 THB. Hello, Zach. I really enjoy your content. Been watching for about a year and a half. Congrats on 500K subs. Do you have advice for managing time in a new learning environment? Hi from Thailand. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, Thai bot. Yeah, should have known that. I've been to Thailand. Thank you so much. Let's see. Advice for managing time. Yeah, it's just the classic question in a new learning environment too. Yeah, that can be trickier. I guess, I mean, managing time can be just, I like breaking down my day, which I typically do. Like the first part of my day is for, the first hour of my day is for emails, fulfilling orders, checking comments or replying to anything, reading the news, Like I make that a habit, and now it's weird not to do that. Like I can't imagine waking up and not doing that. That'd just be weird. Doing that kind of stuff, making a schedule, but also doing things in small increments. I would say I've said it a few times, but I still think that's great advice. Just all right, work 30 minutes. You can do 30 minutes. Get whatever you need started, and then take your break after 30, and then try to build that more. Be like, okay, 40 next time. I think that can be very helpful. And sometimes I'll tell myself that, like, all right, you're working for 30 minutes, and then I'll start working, and I'll not even check the time. I'll be into my work and be like, oh, it's been 2 hours, still working. So awesome. Someone asked me thoughts on gun rights. Yeah, that's a question. Like, I don't have a strong opinion because I don't know. Because I'm down for stricter gun laws if they make sense, and we'll do something. But I am pro people being able to have a gun. But I'm also, I hate when people say like like the guns don't kill people, people kill people lying, because I'm like, all right, well, Europe doesn't have guns, and they're not having mass shootings on a weekly basis. So I do think gun laws can help, but the US is very different. We have like more guns than people, I think, is that statistic. So I know it's a different world. And I do think people bring up like the classic, oh, what about a single mom who has a violent ex who's stalking her? Like, yeah, I understand why she should have a gun. And I would not want to take that from someone. So I'm a little on the fence because I don't know what would be the best route, but we definitely have some fucking issues. But we're not number one in gun violence. So a lot of people will think that, but a lot of other countries don't. But of the developed countries, yeah, we're definitely not doing great. Have you used a gun before? I have, but not much. Not as much. Years ago. All right, Emma, I see your comment. I'll pin a comment for the Discord link. Yeah, I'll wrap it up in like 15 minutes. We'll call it that. This was fun. Am I going to upload the stream? Yeah, I think thank you for another $3, music. I'll answer this one. Yes, I am, absolutely. I think they upload automatically. Like the first one, if you go to the channel, I feel like it's there. But I'll make sure every live stream is uploaded. Yeah, I want you guys to be able to watch this whenever you want. Yeah, it was weird. I didn't have to do anything for the recording. I was scared, like, if I didn't hit some button, but it seems to do it automatically. As long as you keep it under 12 hours, which I am, but we're getting to the halfway point pretty much. No, we passed the halfway point. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Zach, do you watch Electro Boom? Not really, but I have seen some of his videos. It's fun watching him get shocked. It's crazy how much he does. Like, after one of those, I'd be like, all right, I'm done connecting this circuit. Zach, what do you think of the dating scene nowadays? Dating now versus in 2014 skit? It's a good like now versus like pre-dating apps, at least, I think would be a fun one. Because I have a girlfriend now, so I haven't been on a date in a few years, but I definitely have dated with the dating. I definitely have been single with the dating apps and before. So yeah, the difference is weird. I don't know. I feel like we are less social, but when you go out, you still see people out and people talk to each other. But I feel like the dating apps are just so like safe. Like you're like, I can just chill at home. No rejection. Or if I do get rejected, it's okay because she's not there to my face to say it. But when I was on the dating apps, they get annoying because you get to a point where it's like if you're getting matches, which I got some, like it wasn't even that much. You just have the same conversations a lot, You're like, all right, let's get through the bullshit. Now, do you want to go out sometime? And then occasionally you get a yes, and then often they suck. I've been on my last girlfriend, actually, I met through Tinder. So it does work. It can work. And we dated for like 2 years almost. But I've been on quite a few dates that I did not enjoy. Feminism is just horrible for the dating market. There we go. Let's see. Oh, hey. Tetrine Reigns. Yeah, I do remember you. What's up, man? That was a fun conversation. Someone I talked to on Discord about determinism a while back. No, that was fun. Thank you for a good conversation. Oh, if you can only eat 3 things for the rest of your life, what would you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? That's a good question. Because sushi's one of my favorite foods, but I can eat it like a lot, but I feel every day I'd get annoyed. I'm trying to think of something I wouldn't hate like every day. Because I eat salmon most days and I still enjoy it, but even any food gets boring after a while. Can I say like a mix, like burritos? Like I love burritos, like a breakfast burrito, dinner burrito. Maybe that's it. I'll have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner burrito. Eggs in the morning, eggs and potatoes. We got like carne asada at night. And in the middle, I have no idea. But Mexican's one of my favorite foods too. I feel like that wouldn't get old. Foot reveal at 1 million? Yeah, I got you. Dating is just Snapchat now. That Snapchat's one of the only apps I don't have. I hated Snapchat. I don't like people would send me pictures I didn't give a shit about. Like I rarely care about any picture someone sends me. And then it's just like stories. It's probably way different now. I deleted it a while back. Marie's back. What's up? From Australia, I believe. Yeah. Thank you for the $8. You're still live. I know, crazy. We've been going like 6 hours. I'm gonna wrap it up soon. But OnlyFans win, dude. OnlyFans, we're hitting that OnlyFans at 1 million. We're hitting that hard. That's where the real money's at. I'll try to get sponsors for it. That'd be funny. Oh, that's a skit idea. I'm writing that down. When the OnlyFans creator does a sponsorship. See, this is how I think of ideas. For everyone asking, how do you think of ideas? It's shit like this. I'm just going about my life. I read something, and it makes me think something slightly off. You mentioned, when are you doing an OnlyFans? Oh, then I thought, oh, myself, I do advertisements. Oh, what if I did that on OnlyFans? That's sometimes how the ideas come. Stream in the dark before leaving. Yeah, I've just been answering questions for 6 hours. Maybe I'll just do this every day. Maybe this will just be my life. Yeah, let's go to video and then a live stream. I think that'd be fun, though. Doing a live stream right after a video, and we can like talk about it and stuff. What are my mods talking about right now? I see a lot of... Yeah, me becoming a streamer. Hell yeah. That's something that seems... It's very easy. I'm just going to turn on a camera and just go. I wonder if it's hard being a streamer. It can't be, right? Like the big ones on Twitch. Back on Twitch? Yeah, what if I just played like Mario Party on Twitch or something? Would you guys watch that? I'd talk, but that'd be like what I would do if I was on Twitch. We got feet pics cravings. All right, Emma. I'm going to give the people what they want someday. Tease them a little bit first. Yeah, Mario Party is just a timeless game. Like, I don't know how that can get old. Hassan said streaming was harder than a blue-collar job. Fucking no way it is. Maybe if you're doing stuff that's like mentally exhausting, sure, I can see it. But if you're sitting down and you're not mentally exhausted, what is hard about what you're doing? If you're not mentally or physically, maybe if you're playing a really hard game. Oh, you know what? You know what game I love, actually? I love horror games. I played Outlast a few times and Amnesia. That's a game I would play online. They were supposed to have another Outlast coming out. Where the fuck is it? Outlast Trials. Is that out yet? I loved watching PewDiePie play Outlast. That's like nostalgic for me. How's being a full-time YouTuber? I love it. It is full-time, and I really enjoy it. You'll never hear me complain, oh, it's so hard. I mean, there are difficult days, I guess, but it's very fun. You don't have a boss. When I do a sponsorship, I kind of have a boss because they have a due date and they hold the money. But no, for the most part, I love it. It's very fun. I can see it being tough for people who aren't motivated because you'd have to do everything on your own. If I wake up one day and don't feel like recording, I don't have to. And that's probably dangerous for a lot of people who just don't have the discipline to work. Or if you get comfy, that can be tough. If you start making like enough to live off of and you just say, oh, this is good, I can live. And then you start taking it down a little bit, you might start losing money because you're now not posting as much and now, oh, you can't live. And that could probably be dangerous if you're on that cusp, which is why I always say, if you're ever going to start a YouTube channel or just any side gig, keep your main job. You don't have to be like all these people who are like, I quit everything, threw it all away, and then fucking dove in. Like, you don't have to do that. I did not do that. You don't have to. You can work your side job after work and then grow it, and then hopefully it gets to a point where you can do it full time. Son sits in his chair, says random shit, and leaves the video. Yeah, I don't watch his shit, but some of the stuff he says is, I don't know. Sometimes he says smart stuff, and other times I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Favorite Mario Party? I don't know. I love what was it? Mario Party 5. I played probably the most with my sister. We love those mini games, but I really love what they did with one of the newer ones. It might be Superstars or the other one on Switch, where the dice, everyone has different dice. I think that's awesome. Where each character has their own unique dice, so you can strategize who you play as. I think that makes the characters more meaningful. Oh, and thank you for the 2, Melvin. Appreciate you. Haven't played Overwatch 2. Favorite video game, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Hot tub stream, guys. I guess we have to do it. I have a hot tub. It's not mine. It's my apartment complex's, but we got one. Zach, did you get old, or is it just the camera? I think I got old. Look. I love all these completely loaded questions or just very polarizing questions. Hey, let's talk about the war. Let's just do that for 6 hours. Vegas is chill, man. Vegas is cool. I love it here. It's cheaper than California. I got out of California because it was just, I was going to save so much money on taxes just from not having the state tax. Rent's cheaper here. Almost everything is cheaper here if you're not on the strip. Once you're on the strip, it's all expensive, but everything else, once you leave, is cheaper. We're pretty much a normal city, except for we have slot machines in our gas stations. But other than that, no, it's been great. I love it. It's hot. It's hot as fuck for sure, but everything's air conditioned. You get in your air conditioned car, go to the air conditioned movie or wherever you're going. So all good. Zach, can you see this comment? Yes, I can. What is the craziest video idea you have? I have an answer for that, actually. You ready for the title? I'm writing it, and I want to post it, but I think the title will get it demonetized. But the title is Pranking Your Jewish Friend During the Holocaust. I would do it well. I would make it tasteful as I could, but that's probably my most controversial title for sure. And I know that's getting clicks. People are reading that and clicking it. Yeah. No, I found my people. My people are here. You guys are here. Love you guys. The fuck? Yeah. So I think that'd be my most polarizing one. But every other one I thought was polarizing, I did. The transgender, the kidnappers episode, the transgender hostage. A lot of my religion videos, the aborted fetus going to heaven. In my head, though, like the aborted fetus one, I was like, oh, this is extreme. But I thought it was funny, so I did it. I would watch that on repeat. All right, well, now I have to do it. I'll get it done. It's too funny. Like, that's just the idea, like the things that are probably going through your guys' heads. Same here. I'm like, where can we go with this? My future assassination. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. So I think there's people out there who are more hated than me. That's what I try to think of too. Every time I make a video that's like slightly polarizing, I think of all the things that exist in the world. And I'm like, okay, they did that. South Park did this. South Park showed Muhammad. I can do this. There's a lot of other way worse shit out there. Trans hostage was your first video. Hell yeah. Yeah, that one went semi-viral. Not really, but I thought that would do much better. But yeah, that one took off a little bit. Mark, who's your favorite skit guy? Long Beach Griffey is my favorite skit person. If you're asking other skit creators on my channel, my favorite skit is my Flat Earth video. Leprechaun's up there too as my favorite, but for a different reason. Flat Earth makes me laugh the hardest. Leprechaun I'm just most proud of. Like, it has a real story. It moves quickly. I like that one. Toes, feet, fungus, dude, the feet pick people are out tonight. Love you too, Big Man 42. When you gonna do Satanist, but somehow wound up in heaven? I talked about that earlier in this stream. I said, I'm working on it. I want to do something big with it. I want to do like another Leprechaun type video. I want a guy in heaven trying to get out. And it's going to be, I was thinking like 7 layers of heaven, like Dante's Inferno type thing. But opposite. So he goes through 7 layers of heaven to get out. I think that would be fun. Behind the curtain, outside. The pool and jacuzzi. That's where we'll all meet. We'll do a meet up there. I wonder what the complex would say. I was just like, all right, I'm going to do something crazy. Thank you for the $2. Keep being you, which is hilarious. I will. Thank you again. Zach, do you think you can make an Islam skit? You mentioned South Park depicting Muhammad, and I feel Islam like transgenders for right-wing people. Can't make any skits about it. No, you can. I can absolutely make a skit about Islam at some point. I don't think I'm gonna show Muhammad or like play him, because I'm not trying to fucking die. But you can make fun of Islam. I want to do a video where I make fun of kind of all religions in one. But yeah, I mean, technically, when I did videos like the Abraham video. In a way, that makes fun of Islam because, I mean, it's an Abrahamic religion. And circumcision is, I believe, a thing in Islam and Judaism more than Christianity. So you could argue that video made fun of Jews and Muslims more than anyone else. If you want to frame it like that. But I don't frame it like that. I'm not like, oh, this video is making fun of these people. It's just I'm including that in my video. But I'm not like, oh, this is so dumb if you believe it. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do with my videos. That's cheap, and I don't think that's real humor. Real humor is finding jokes that, like, not everyone needs to like it, but have some depth, have some meaning, and not just cheap shots. But I will do cheap shots if needed. Melvin, another 2. Yes, there's another one. Hell yeah, thank you, Melvin. Which vid do you think is most likely to cancel you? Of the ones I have up, I guess the aborted fetus one is the one I thought of the most, because the transgender one is definitely the other one I thought would be like get hated on. But if you see the comments, it's so many people who are trans and just love the video. Like, I think there was one offended trans person who then got like bombarded by comments of like, no, I'm trans and this is not offensive. So, and I love that. I love that everyone can enjoy it. But yeah, I don't think to get me canceled, maybe the Israel-Palestine one. A lot of people come back on and comment on that. Like, oh, what do you say now? Like when new shit comes up. Like, what am I going to do? Change the video? I think I'm good. I think people who like, I am sick of fucking the whole cancel culture thing. What I'm sick of is companies giving into it and then like flip-flopping. Like, stand your fucking ground. There's a thing in all the contracts I sign when I do sponsorships that say this, and I hate this. It says, in the future, if we ever want you to take down the video or remove the sponsorship, we have the right to do that. And it happened once. One of my sponsors messaged me months after I did the sponsorship. And they said, I won't say which one, but I don't want to get in trouble. But they messaged me and said, can you take down this video or remove our sponsorship? Because we've grown a lot since we've worked with you. And we don't want to be associated with videos that contain certain words. And I was like, huh? Fucking what now? Because the video they were in was not a controversial one. No religion, no politics. It was just, there were curse words like most of my videos. I was like, really? You don't want me saying shit? And they were like, yeah, we want you to take it down. And I pushed back on that. I'm like, just so you know, it's ridiculous you're asking this of me. It's insane that you think someone would watch that video and be like, oh no, Zach said the naughty F word, and now I don't want to buy your product. And I pushed back, and then they never responded. So the skit is still up, the sponsorship's still there. But I went back into the contract. I'm like, oh fuck, it does say I have to remove it. If they ask. And I'm like, can companies, when something happens like that, stand your ground? You don't have to keep sponsoring them, but let's say something happened with me. I got canceled for some reason. That company should say, hey, we don't condone what he did, but we sponsored this video months before this ever happened, or years, or whatever. So no, we're not going to we're not going to say sorry for anything. This was in the past and we don't condone it now, but stand your ground. Like, I hate when companies don't do that. Netflix did that shit, like with Dave Chappelle's stand-up, I think. They didn't remove it, but they were being asked. And I was just like, can they just say, hey, we don't condone, we don't like believe in everything that's said on our platform, but we're going to put it up and you can have your beef with him. That's my opinion. How long have you lived in Vegas for? I've been here for 4 years now. And are there any cool spots tourists don't know about? If you don't know about Area 15 when you're in Vegas, go there. It's probably the best spot to go. You can spend hours in there. And it's off the strip a little bit, but every local knows about it. But I didn't realize it was a thing when I was just visiting Vegas, like when I was in college and stuff, because you always stay on the strip. But Area 15 is kind of like the psychedelic artsy district of Vegas. It's a giant building with a lot of exhibits inside it. You can do axe throwing. You can do VR games. If you ever seen advertisements for Omega Mart or Meow Wolf, and if you haven't, you will see a lot of them when you're in Vegas. That's there too, and that's very cool. You can spend years. You can spend hours in there. But yeah, why is this called Redemption? The last live stream I did, the audio cut out, and I couldn't get it back. And I was like, "Fuck no, we're not going on an audio glitch." So I brought it back. But I'm going to get going in a minute now. Oh, another one. Donation came in. Infamous, thank you for the $5. I thought you said, have you heard of Area 51? Go there. Yeah, I know, right? It's obviously a play on that. Area 15. It's close to Resorts World and the Wynn, Encore, North Strip. It's free to get into, but there's a lot of exhibits or things in there that you can do, and those cost money. But there's also a bar, restaurants. Yeah, if you like psychedelic-y, if you're tripping, that's a place to go. But not if it's a bad trip. That's crazy. Naruto run, yeah. All of you go to Area 51. They can't stop us all, right? No, actually, they probably can. All right, a few more, then I'm getting out of here. Love your vids, man. Thank you. I need to sleep. Yeah, I'll probably sleep eventually. Zach, do you like drinking and driving? For the memes. For the memes. I do it in VR. It's the best way to do it. But no, don't drink and drive. Very bad. We have Uber. How the fuck do people still drink and drive? It's insane to me. Don't be selfish. All right. And oh, I did miss one. Sorry. Don't pin me. Thank you for the 100. Don't go down the dark path once you're at 1 million. Good looking out, bro. Think of that Tom Segura stand up all the time. All right, cool. I'm going to get going, guys. But hey, Marshy, we timed that perfectly. But yeah, I'm going to get going. Thank you to my mods. Really appreciate you guys. I'll hit everyone up on Discord later. Again, Discord, I'll do more live streams there too. And if you ever want to ask me a simple question, you can ask it there. I try to respond to everyone's comments. But I'll do more live streams here. This was fun as hell. I love this. It was great hanging with you guys. If you have ideas for live streams or anything in the future, let me know. I'm going to work on a video tomorrow, and hopefully I'll post it soon-ish. But thanks again, guys. You guys were all awesome. Love you all, and I will see you. Oh, hell yeah. I'll see you all soon. Take care.